Hello and good morning everyone, and welcome back to another episode. Please do remember, like and subscribe, it really does help everything all out. Anyways, last episode we finished that shed, so now we're going to move on to doing this shed. But I believe, because we did a lot of that shed, I think I'm just going to go like click, 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 that sort of thing, and then this will all be done. Then after we've done this, we need to go have a look at, if I go into here, we have these 8x12s here. So that one there, there's two that sort of style, and then there's two that sort of style, where will I pointing? Over there. So these, they have been mucked out, they just now need washing out. I've got this chemical, this sodium hydrochloride. I think I finally said it right, but I could be wrong. We need to spray that onto these, try and get these all washed off. I may do that all at the same time as when I take them round to wash them out. Anyways, we will get cracked on. We've still got these boards here to go, so we'll use them and we will finish off and just get that done as quickly as possible. It may take a day or two, I don't know, but we'll soon find out. So first things first, we'll take these bottom boards off here, we'll take these little bits of boards here, windows can come down, guttering can come down, and all the stuff around that door can come down, and everything that's inside the sheds up against the wall on the inside, I will get all that down. Okay, well, this is worse than what I remember it being, so I think that's probably the best board out of the lot there. But we have some big holes down here, and these boards you can about put your finger through like you could do on that shed just there. But right, that is everything stripped off. Now we just need to start knocking these boards down, which, yeah, again, you look at this here, it's just rubbish. So, right, we'll get on. We will start on this side. This board will come down, we'll replace this, and then we'll just continue all the way along. We also have here a big dip in the roof. I don't know whether that must be conveying on camera, but yeah, big dip there, purely because there is nothing on the ground, so we will have to prop that up. And there we go. So we've managed to get all the walls on, windows on, door on, other window on, and we just did it. That's about the extent of our 2x2 that's left. So yeah, that was close. And then we just have in here, obviously this is where I would have put 2x2 along the bottom, but I don't have that luxury anymore, so we're going to have to think of something or find something to do that. We have had to put uprights in, so there's one there, there's one here, obviously one here, and one back here, just to lift the roof up. So as you can now see, there's no dip in that roof, which is good. We do need to put the guttering on, so we've got the downpipe just over there, but I'm thinking instead of having it there, I'm going to move the downpipe over there and then put the guttering so it starts high on this right hand side and then drops all the way down to there. What I will be very interested to see is how long this video is already, because to me that's a day's worth of work, but I reckon the current time on this video will be 4 minutes, which is mad when you think about it that way. A whole day down to 4 minutes worth of work. Anyways, we need to get ourselves back now because it's time to put kids to bed. Good morning everyone. So I found some timber. So it's actually come off one of my shelves or one of my tables in my workshop. So I'm hoping this will do the inside of these bottom boards here. The only thing I don't have, which I do need, is some concrete screws, so I can drill straight through these into the concrete and then it will pull the whole wall up nice and flush. Well, it must be my lucky day because these two lengths of timber Obviously that's where they join together, fit perfectly in here. I know there is a slight bit there, but if you think we're saving, there's 2-inch saving there that we'll cut round, another 2 inches, so that's 4, 6, 8 inches we're saving. So we'll definitely get to the end, as long as we cut this right. But before we start any cutting, today I'm hoping you can see, well, I think you can see, we now have up here, we have a chalk line. So we're going to start putting guttering on this shed today. We're going to put the guttering on that shed today. Obviously, as you've just seen, we're going to fix the bottom of this shed. The only thing we can't do is pull it because we've got the concrete screws, but I'll sort that at some point. We're going to get that done. And then we're also, where these sheds, so the likes of here on this side are green, we're going to start spraying that sodium hydrochloride. I can't remember what it is. We're going to start spraying anything that's green. Luckily, the whole front of the sheds don't need doing. The far side of the shed over there doesn't need doing. Obviously now these 2 back walls here, these don't need doing because they're all brand new boards. So we're going to get that done today with the hope and fingers crossed that come tomorrow, we'll be able to start creosoting. We also, all this mess, I want to get all this tidied up, get this now starting to look a bit nicer. And then these sheds over here, which I think I showed you yesterday, these smaller ones, they don't need that hydro thingy-mabobby on, so they're fine. This one does, and the other one like this does, so we'll get them done today, hopefully, fingers crossed. So this guttering before, this is where the downpipe was, and it just went straight into the ground, and I think that's what's destroyed a lot of these boards. So we're going to put the downpipe over here this time, and then that's going down straight onto concrete now, so I think that's the better option. The only thing we're doing that is we now need to swap this stop end over to the other side, because obviously it was over there, so it was perfect like that. Now we're going over like that. We need to swap it over. So we're going to get that on. And this, we will put it, you can sort of see the faint chalk line there. So that'll go to about there. I may just hang it over a bit more, and we'll put the downpipe on, and then I'll continue with these brackets. I don't really know anything about the terminology for guttering, so if those brackets have a name, I don't know what they are, but we'll continue with these brackets, just spreading them along this line, and it should give us a nice bit of downfall. Right, so now let's try get this. If we line that up about there, oh, we want to hang it over, don't we? So we'll line it up about there maybe. I am reusing old screws, so that's why they're not sitting the best, but anyways. Right, so that bit about there maybe. Why is that not looking right? I am just going to double check that with my spirit level. So that there, so this being level I think will be absolutely fine, as long as we have the fall from all the way down there. Sound job. So my thinking is I have plenty of these. So if I put them where each board joins, it means we'll have 7 or 8 of these along. I can then get it into the upright timbers inside the shed so they are secure. And I'm hoping, 4-foot intervals, it should be all right. So we do have ever so slight overhang which will cover the ridges. It won't send the water away from the shed. We would have had more, I imagine, if I hadn't down that bottom end, just let that overhang a couple of inches, but We'll see, could be right. Next thing is a water test. That is brilliant. Let's put a bit more in, and what I'll try to do is take you so we can see it coming out the bottom when it eventually does. But obviously this is just checking for almost. Oh, my nose is in camera. Right, let's run down yon end and see it come out. Where the join is just down there is a slight drip, so we're going to just go back and have a look at that. And it also looks like it is pooling water slightly at the far end, but it is still coming out the downpipe, so I don't think that's a major concern. So there's a slight drip. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to unclip it, I'll clean all around the edges and see what happens after that. Can you see the problem? That's completely my fault. This bit here needs to be buttered right up to there. I will still clean it though. So I have just loaded it up with a load more water to get it to this joint here. So it's starting to run down there nicely. And now let's check here. So I would say that's a success. And that's another one done. So it doesn't look like there's any leaks in this one, which is good. And then yeah, it was slightly twisted as well, so I've straightened that out. This doesn't look the greatest of levels, but it'll work. As you've just seen, we put water in there and it's gone down there and down there. So brilliant. I do want to put some guttering on this shed, which I am going to take some guttering off my workshop, which could possibly go on here. The only thing that I may have to do is either put something up here to attach it to, or attach something onto here to attach it to. I just need to figure out what's the best way to put it on. And then that pipe, if I show you here, we do have a pipe over here. This will be the down pipe, and then this will royally take it away from the shed, because that will be somewhere like there. And obviously it goes in line with the end of that 8x8. I am thinking this 8x8 will probably take this down at some point. But right, I'm going to sort some chemical out, and we are going to spray all of this front off. The bottom's like there. I'm not going to bother doing that, doing the top bit. That one, I don't really think that needs it. Obviously this doesn't need it, that doesn't need it. This wants it on the bottom there, and then this side definitely wants it. But yeah, we'll go spray some chemical on it, and then whilst the chemical is doing whatever it's meant to be doing, we can look at cutting these boards down to size here. It looks like I've been rolling around with a Smurf. First things first, I'm going to put some gloves on. I've just changed my jacket to this one, which I don't mind this one getting any chemical on, because it is, I think it's technically it's bleach or something like bleach, so I don't mind getting it on this jacket, because I think this one, yeah, got a big hole in there, so I'm not too fussed. Right, so when putting stuff like this in, it is always water first, then chemical. So that is that's what we'll do. We'll let a bit of pressure out as well. So I did use this over the weekend. I used this on our patio. Well, I say patio, we've got slabs that go all around our house. So I did spray it all down on there, and then it says leave for half an hour to an hour. I left it for an hour, and then pressure washed it off, which I think I may have made a mistake on that one, which I don't know. But I wish what I had done is pressure washed it first, then sprayed it, then pressure washed. So what I am hoping is that with this, I bought 4 of these, so I used 1 at home. If I use 2 here, that's maximum use 2, then I have another one for back home, which that other one, where we've now washed it, I'll put it back on again and then wash it all off again and see whether that makes any difference, which I'm hoping it should do, because what it's done originally is it looks alright, to be fair. What I've done here is I've put 1 litre of water in and then 5 litres of chemical. I am going to go back, fill this up with 1/4 to half a litre of water, shake it all out and then pour it back in there. So I'm using up all the chemical in here. I only bought this the other day because I thought if I mess around with creosote, it can burn when that gets on your skin. So I thought, well, if I get that, it'll come in handy. But stupidly, I've left it outside, so it needs a wipe. So let's put that round like that. Let's put that. I think I might just need to loosen it off a little bit. Let's put that like that. So, sound job. I think I'm fully protected. Obviously with spraying bleach around and with wind, I don't want to get it in my face at all. But right, we'll give this a go. Right, that is now done. I have 1 tub left, which is just there, because I'm going to use this for creosoting. I know it'll destroy all the seals and whatnot, but if it makes life easier for me, then brilliant. The only thing I'm slightly worried about now is how quickly we've used up 10 litres there. I have 50 litres, I think, of creosote. I think we're going to be lucky if we get 2 of these sheds done. So we may have to order some more, don't know yet. That spray though has made a massive difference already. And this is where, if I show you here, this is where the likes of pressure washing it off I think would be a better way to go. But unfortunately my pressure washer, my little one that's up in the wood up there somewhere, that's knackered. And then this one in here, this side, if you put it on an extension lead, it just blows fuses for fun. Anyways, we are going to, whilst that's doing that, we're going to tidy all this mess up now. And then once all this is tidy, we can then look at getting all this washed off. Well, that's certainly looking a bit clearer. Obviously there's a few more bits to do, but just getting rid of all that timber out the way has been a great help. So I have run out of time to do the bottom of these sheds here, so I'm going to leave that till next week, because it's, like I said, it's Tuesday today. I want to creosote tomorrow. I'm hoping that this wind's going to die down a little bit, because that'll be a bit nicer for me. Thursday I'm out with terriers. Friday is Good Friday, so I'm not doing nothing. So yeah, so that'll be next week's job. I also think chicken wire is going to be here tomorrow, so that's going to be next week's job. So yeah, I think as long as we get this creosoted, or as long as we use 50 litres of creosote, then after that we can then come to it as and when we see fit. So I haven't washed these off. I think I'm just going to chance it. I think with the hose, I could only hose them down, so I'm thinking I can't see it making too much of a difference. So come tomorrow, creosote, be right. Anyways, I think that'll be it. Right, so for today, that's going to be it. I normally end my days by saying it's off to go put my kids to bed, which it quite literally is. Since what are they now? They'll be 2 months. 2 months. They'll be 2 years and 3-4 months now. And yeah, since about 6 months old, they have been going to bed anywhere in between sort of 5 and 6, sometimes even sort of 4:30, and then they don't stir or wake until about 7 o'clock, which is mint. You know, it's so nice that they sleep really, really well. The only problem I find, especially when we were at our busiest with rearing and birds everywhere, is you're never there in the morning to see them wake up because they're asleep, and vice versa. When it comes time to put them to bed, or when it's time for them to go to bed, you were never there again. So I do try and make a big effort at this time of year that I am there at least to put them to bed, and spend, hopefully if I can, spend about half an hour with them. Well, good morning everybody. So yeah, just going back to sort of last night, for me that is, at this moment in time, the worst part of keeping for me is family. You know, just not being able to spend the time that I would like to spend with them all, and it's a bit crap, to be fair. I know I got to a point last year or the year before, but I think it was about 2 weeks I never saw, or my kids never saw me, because obviously I've got twins. My kids never saw me awake, so I would see them on a morning and an evening when I'd put my head in to have a look at them, but they never saw me awake. And I remember turning to my partner and I said, if this is how life's going to be for now, you know, when we're busy and whatnot, I said, I'll jack the whole lot in. I said, I ain't doing that and missing out on me kids growing up, you know, not seeing me. But anyways, on a different note, I just have been finishing up, so I've put new runners on there, and I've also put some wires on these windows so I can now open these from the inside, because when we had the permanent runs they came up to about here. Well, to be fair, you can see where the old staples are here, so they came up to there, so you could open and close the windows from the runs. We're building 5-foot sections this year which come to about there, so it's whether I go under the window with the top netting or go over the window. I haven't decided yet, so if I do go under, I need a way to open and close these windows, so I put wires on with handles on the inside so I can now just pull and push. And then on this top bit up here, we have, that one was okay, so I've left that one as is. This one here needed a new panel and a bottom runner, so we've done that. And then likewise, this one over here, that needed just a new panel put in. Anyways, we are now ready to start creosoting, which I have not been looking forward to in the slightest, because this stuff, if I remember the last time I used it, if you got it on your skin, it burnt, you know, you stank of it. You go for a shower and wash you scrub your body right clean, and you still smell to the bloody stuff. But anyways, so we are going to go and get dressed. So I've got overalls to put on, got my gloves, got my visor as well to put on, and my cap, I'll turn that back round so it covers the back of my neck. Also, the wind is coming from there, that way. So each shed I'm going to start on the corner and then work my way down. So if the wind does catch the crease, at least it's blowing it away from me. Did it work? I just hope this sprayer can spray it.
Keep on coming, I can use a blackout. Give me something to drink, cause I don't wanna think. But now, knock me right out, filling me up. This is out of my mind. Working on my confidence and talking to a stranger. She told me to leave, and goddamn it, I see her point. It's time to go home. Knock me right out, filling me up. This is out of my mind. Working on my confidence and talking to a stranger. She told me to leave, and goddamn it, I see her point. It's time to go home. It's time to go. But when I close my eyes, I can bet my money it's her I'm gonna see, and it ain't that funny. No, it ain't that funny, yeah. It's just a scratch, a little water in the tank like a flat. Old tire that you change, it's a bump on the road you're traveling on. It's just a scratch, a little water in the tank like a flat. Old tire that you change, it's a bump on the road you're traveling on. Mommy, keep on coming, I can use a blackout. Give me something to drink, cause I don't wanna think. But now, knock me right out, filling me up. This is out of my mind. Working up my confidence and talking to a stranger. She told me to leave, and goddamn it, I see her point. It's time to go home, I know. It's time to go home. So you can keep your change and skip that pity. She wore me down and it ain't too pretty. When I close my eyes, I bet more money. It's her I'm gonna see, and it ain't that funny.
Didn't manage to get this one done. So I think if I get, definitely one barrel will finish it. If I try and get another two, it means I can do the bottom of all the sections when we go to make them. Also, I ain't been able to see for like the last half an hour. You can see why I put the visor on. I think it's safe to say that these have come out fairly well. I'm capped with them, to be fair. Sound job. 50 litres to do those 3 sheds and do 3 8x12s in there. Anyways, I think that's a fairly good way to end this episode. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all liked and enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now.